Show today, Prophetess Sandra joined me. She shared with me the abuse she went through with her stepfather.
He used to do it every night, coming into my room, and so many other things that he used to do. And
Help me on launching my new cook show as we cook together a great, wonderful, tasty vegetarian dish. Stay tuned. Spotlight Connection today, and I believe that, the woman of God that I have joining me today, she's a mighty woman of God. She is an awesome woman of God. Yes, she is a prophetess indeed. It's a miracle finally getting a chance and an opportunity to have her on the Spotlight program. And so I want to welcome you all, amen, and I want to welcome Prophetess Sandra to the Spotlight program today. Woman of God, God bless you. It's been forever. I've been hearing you preach, and God has done many different things in your life, and it is just really an opportunity, just to have you on the DTV Spotlight program today. I know that you have a DTV program that is running that you call Midday with Prophetess Sandra. Midday with Prophetess Sandra. Wow. And I'd say that is really an awesome program.
yes, it is.
And a matter of fact, I was, just looking at a few of your interviews, and I think the last one I think that you did was at the well, the woman at the well. The woman at the well. Yes. And I thought that was just really awesome, But I've been trying to get you on the Spotlight program forever. I don't know if, you've been avoiding me, or we just really haven't gotten a chance to actually do a program together. So I'm just really honored at this. And I just want you to look at one of our cameras before we start. And I just want you to tell the audience, just a little bit about you.
My name is Prophetess Sandra. I am born and raised in Miami, Florida. My parents are Haitian, so they're from the island of Haiti. I have 7 beautiful children. I'm a mom, I'm a preacher, counselor, a friend, sum it all. I believe that I am, a jack of all trades.
That's a lot of trades. Amen. So you were actually born in Miami.
Yes, born and raised in Miami, Florida.
I'm not sure if you were telling me that before, but I'm just really kind of surprised at that. Amen. So which part of Miami were you born?
I am from 119th and 22nd Avenue.
Wow. So you still have a lot of family in the Miami area?
Still have a lot of family. We're the only people that decided to travel up to Orlando, but everybody is still down there.
Wow. Okay. So you are actually an Asian American.
Yes, Haitian American.
So to speak. Wow. And that is really awesome. And I know that, you had shared in the past a few testimony with me, how God has brought you through a dark period, a dark moment in your life. And hey, we're going to get into this program because we have another segment on the same program where we have a cook show coming up. Amen. She's going to literally help me to launch my cook show. Amen. And so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get you to just say all the stuff in this few little minutes. We have to bake this cake. Amen. So what I want you to do, I want you to tell me, like I said, you were sharing with me that people want to know, your life story. I think that you are sharing some of your life story information, and I was able to actually see the video on Facebook, and so many persons was actually just really moved and really motivated by it. And I know that you have a book that's that you're going to have come out real soon.
Yes.
What is that? What is it called?
The book is called Fear. I was taking a shower, not to get into personally, and God laid that on my heart with fear, because a lot of reasons why we don't make it to where we have to go is because of fear.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know how to overcome fear, or they don't know what to do to overcome fear.
Yes.
Especially in the Christian community, when you start to look at it, you're like, why haven't you opened your business yet? Why haven't you opened a book? The number one thing that stops people is fear of really, can I do it?
Wow.
So it's just an instruction book that God has really been talking to me about fear, especially in this great 2017. You don't want to continue to be that same person, but you want to do better to increase yourself.
Wow. I could only imagine. So it's really a book that is going to be dealing with overcoming fear.
Overcoming fear.
And I know you had a lot of fearful areas in your life that you had to literally overcome. I know this is crazy, and I know this might be just a little personal. Of course, you are a young mother.
Yes, I am.
So to say, a mother of 7.
A mother of 7.
Wow, a mother of 7. And you know, my mother, how much children she had? 6 of us. Amen. But back, you know, back then there wasn't much cable.
I think that was an
yeah, you know. And my grandmother, she has, gosh, she has 13. I think she has 13 and one died.
Wow.
You know, and they're all alive. Thanks be to God for that. And of course, like I said, back in those days, there was just
No TV.
no TV and nothing like that. But you were a young person. I know
Yes.
there was a lot of TV back in your days.
Yeah, cable.
Yeah, well, you didn't have cable, no. But yeah,
TV, no cable.
Wow. And you know, you talk about some of the things as trying to find love and stuff that really, you know, you're talking about some of it even on the woman at the well.
Yes, I did.
Yes, with Prophetess Campbell. But you know, you were just talking about, you know, the dark overshadowing moments in your life. I want you to tell us of you know, you're talking about the book that you're going to have come out real soon, but tell us about, you know, one of the greatest fear that you really had to encounter and how you overcame that.
One of my greatest fear was getting pregnant with my oldest son. Some people would say, well, what was the fear? I was at a point where I was molested, and when you grow up in a home where everything is put under the table, nobody doesn't want to talk about it, nobody don't want to expose it, it kind of brings you into a closed, well, what should I do? At that moment, many people don't want to speak about it, and I think it's time for me to speak about it, because you never know who's going through it at the same time. And one of that darkest moments was when I thought to myself, I have to get away from my mother or I'm going to kill her. So it was either killing her or getting away from her. And I knew I couldn't run away from home, so my only other option was to force my baby father to impregnate me in order to have my son.
Wow.
So
so you literally forced him to get you pregnant.
To get me pregnant. So I lost my virginity on purpose. It wasn't something that I just wanted to do, but in my mindset, because
so you had lost your virginity to your baby's father.
Yeah.
Okay. So who was molesting you? What was the whole molestation thing? Is that was a family member?
Yes, it was. It was my mom's husband, and he used to do it every night, coming into my room, and so many other things that he used to do. And
at what age did all of this happen?
Like at 12.
Like at 12, he started to take advantage of you. Wow.
So,
but he never really had like sex with you.
No.
But he just molested you.
Yeah. So like touched me inappropriately, said nasty stuff. You know, it was just a whole lot that he did. Even though penetration never took place, but then yet being touched and being provoked in those type of ways. And then when
so how did all of that made you feel? Because there might be a young lady that feels that way. So that makes you feel nasty.
It made me feel nasty.
What were some of the feelings?
The feeling of being nasty. It made me feel like, well, did I wear something to provoke this man to do that? It made me feel unloved, like, was I missing love? That's why you did that to me. It didn't make me feel good at all. It brought my low self-esteem to the lowest, because at that point, I was afraid of men, or I didn't want to be around boys. And if I did want to be around boys, I only thought to myself, well, the only reason they're talking to me is because I got boobs, or I have a booty, or I have hips. That's the only, you know what I'm saying? It brought out that sexuality out of you, even
so
though
you
start
feeling like you're trying to figure out, where is it?
Yes.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Why this is happening to me? You know, I can understand that. So like at what, I mean, because a lot of people, I heard a story, a testimony of, the same thing, where, it happens a lot, a stepfather or something begin to take advantage of that, young lady in the home. And I know a story where a stepfather, I heard story, I should say, instead of trying to make sure police don't come look for me. Like, who was that person? I'm like, no, they're adult now. This is when they were children. But I heard a story of such where, there was a, even Joyce might talk about it, but there was a sexual encounter, repeatedly over and over, that sexual type of abuse. So you felt like you needed to be rebellious.
And not only that,
so did you try to tell your mom? I
tried so many times, and then I finally broke down and told her. But what a lot of people don't know about me being molested, and this is even, a lot of people don't know also, it brought my sexuality because I even experienced women, which people did not know at a young age, where me and my next door neighbor, we both are getting, you know, touched, and we both start experiencing each other. Like now it's like, okay, well, do I really like boys or do I really like girls? And it brought that out. And then when I finally was like, well, no, I can't be gay. That's back in my days that couldn't be, but I tried it with a girl before. And when I finally told my mom, she slapped me and told me that couldn't be true, not the person that she married, and it brought a friction between us. Yes.
But one of the things, as you were saying that, did you at the time now when you decided you're going to have some experiment with your neighbor, even though with the girl next door, was it during the time where you was already being abused, or it was before you started to?
No, when I was getting abused. So as soon as I started getting abused, then it's like I can't confide in nobody. So she's supposed to be my best friend around that time. So I started confiding in her. And then one thing leads to another.
So y'all just start talking about
just started talking about it, and then
y'all start to get involved. In
and it was
stuff.
just like constant.
So how long it was that you guys were practicing that?
Like for months.
And the both of you guys was like the same age.
The same age. We were the same age. That's why I say a lot of parents should be careful of the signs of, because you never know what's happening in your backyard. We were the same age. We were in the same grade, and I'm not talking about me in high school. I'm talking about me in like 6th grade, 7th grade. So I'm in middle school experiencing this, and it's like I'm kissing and I'm doing all this stuff, all because of him exposing that sexuality. Because even though you don't know, when you start to when the molestation starts, there's something in you that unites, because it's like a feeling that you're like, well, hold up, it could feel good, but
so it kind of arose
something
a passion
in you,
in a sense, to want to know more about
what is this, but you know it's wrong. What it is.
So how did you what age you what to say, because you said once you gave up of your virginity, you had gotten pregnant around that time. And what age was that?
I was 15.
So you were like 15 before you finally had an experience with a guy. And you just decide. So from you were 12 to you were 15, your father-in-law would normally I would say that's because around the age of 14, he finally, when I didn't want to give it up and I was threatened to kill him, he decided that around that time him and my mom kind of separated. So my mom left me with him, and she moved and left me, but she didn't know that this was going on. So when she left, it even arose even more, where it's like now I don't have her here to protect me. So when he noticed that at that time, mind you now, I'm trying to figure out, do I like boys and girls because of all of this that's going on? And then I'm fighting him to make sure that he doesn't do anything to me. So when he noticed that, he packed up all my stuff and told my mom he couldn't watch me no more and shipped me here. So the moment I shipped here is when I exposed it to my mom, like, your husband has been doing this to me for this long. And she lied, and the church people got involved in it, and she still didn't believe. And then at that time, I'm like, okay, it's either I kill this lady physically, or I have to get away from her. So I found the first jack that I could find. And even though it wasn't love, I forced myself into something, because I was like, and she kept on saying, if you get pregnant, I'm gonna kick you out. If you get pregnant, I'm gonna kick you out. So I said, okay, now you're telling me what to do to actually leave your house. So I forced myself, lost my virginity, and got pregnant with my son. But then once I got pregnant with my son, then reality kicked in. Wow, what was the reality?
Because now I got kicked. She kicked me out. All I had on was a dress and my sandals, and I'm 15. I can't get a job. And I'm walking down OBT, not knowing where to go, who to talk to, what to do at that moment. So reality stuck in. I'm 15. I'm only a 10th grader. I'm pregnant with the baby. Don't know nothing about a baby. And what do you do now?
So what were you able to do?
So I end up, my baby's father, he was like, well, and he's only 17. He's a junior in high school, working at Wendy's, getting paid $8 something an hour. I moved in with his mom, and reality kicked in, where where you think the grass is greener on the other side, then I start getting abused mentally, physically. It's just like everything that I was avoiding, I jumped right into it at a young age.
Oh my gosh! Wow, wow! Because you know, for a young lady that is watching this right now, you know, probably planning on making that same mistake that you made, you know, and my God, and so you just did it because you wanted to get out of the fire that you were in,
but not noticing the fire was going to
noticing that it was really going to increase.
Yes.
And so, were you able to finish school as a result of that, or
I got to do homeschool after, and mind you, now when I did homeschool, I was on my third child.
Okay.
So you're talking about from having one child to now I'm on baby number 3.
So was it with the same guy?
With the same guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people would say, a lot of women would say, well, why did you stay in an abusive relationship when you're young and someone plays with your mind and you don't have nobody around you to tell you that, girl, you know what I'm saying? And even though me and my mom didn't have a relationship, her suggestion to me was, no, we weren't raised in a house where you sleeping with multiple guys. I was raised in a house where you had a baby with this man, you have to stick with that man regardless of what it is. So I stuck with this man through all of that. I end up finishing school, but then the hell, I tried to commit suicide 3 times, try to kill myself.
Wow.
Yes.
My God.
So
during that process, you literally try to kill yourself.
They try to pump my stomach. Yeah, I tried. I took pills. I drunk stuff. I literally tried to kill myself.
You try to lose a baby as well?
Yes.
And wow, because I mean, I see them, they're fine. They're fine. You know, some persons try, and you know, I guess, well, God had a plan for them.
Yes,
you know, and a plan for your journey. You know, in all of that.
Yes.
You know, in all of that. And so, you know, we're pretty much coming down because we got to go to another part of our program.
We got to finish the show.
And we got to get back to this because there's a whole lot. Y'all, if y'all been watching our videos online, you know that there's a whole lot. But I only can share so much on this particular segment of the program. And but we're getting ready. We still want you to stay tuned because we're getting ready. My gosh, she's going to actually help me to we're launching. Actually, I'm launching another a program, which is a cook show actually, and I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And so we're about to go over to the next set, and what we're going to do, we're going to cook up some vegetables.
Yes,
and
we
food.
are.
We're going to eat some
well,
food.
Prophet is going to cook up. I'm just the assistant.
Oh, well, come on, you don't say I got a whole lot of that. You know? But anyway, what would you say to a young lady right now that's being abused by her stepdad or her dad?
Speak to someone. Don't keep it in. Speak to someone. If your parents ain't listening, go to someone, authority. Back in my days, we didn't have that. But nowadays, you have authorities, you have programs, you have all sorts of people. Don't just sit there. And I just want to say, because I feel it in my spirit of a girl, it's not your fault that it has happened.
My God.
So don't blame yourself. Don't look for ways to figure out why is it happening to you. But just know that there are programs out there. And that's something that God has placed on my heart, even for me. If I can share my number. If you have it, call. I can speak to you because I've been there. You don't have to face that alone. There's things out there that can help you to overcome this.
Woman of God, I want to say though, do a person has to be very careful of who they speak to? Because sometimes we confine
in the wrong person.
You know, in the wrong person, and even sometimes it could be the right person, or you'll feel like, okay, that person should know better. But then if that person's not really ready, the spirit, the spirit that's already attacking that young lady life, if the person that she's speaking to, like, let's say that she's going to speak to her, like, say you're going to speak to a man, or you could be a normal person, it could be a family member, it could be a cousin, could be a pastor, whatever. But at times,
still,
if things are not really, it doesn't mean he's doing the same thing, but there's a spirit, you understand, and the spirit can literally even jump on that person
That's true
if he's
too.
not
If
ready
he's
to
not
handle
strong,
it.
yes.
You understand? And then next thing you know, when you and that person begin to have, like you say, you start to confide
That-
in that,
yeah.
in that young lady,
And then things start to
it
happen.
didn't set out
Nope.
for you guys to get intimate together, but the spirit, because she don't really know how to handle that.
No.
So the spirit begins to want to now that lustful, that sexual
yeah,
demon,
that's so true. You said a good
start to
point.
jump
Yeah.
on that person. So you got to be very prayerful, and you got to be very careful of who you really confide. And if you are confiding in a person,
Make sure that person is.
and you start seeing certain traits
Yep.
and certain touching and certain feelings, and sometimes because you start to feel a certain way, like you start
That's
to
true.
sense
That person,
something is wrong with this counselor right
yep.
now, the person I'm confining with. Move away from that person, because you'll find that you'll get involved with that person, and then
And
that's
wrong-
not
yep.
what you want to do.
Yes,
you
you are right.
understand?
You hit a
So you got to be
good point.
very, very careful with
who
that.
you
And I'm
saying it
telling
to.
you, it is true. It really happens, and because it's a spiritual thing. A lot of us think I need to get off. I gotta go cook. I gotta go cook, y'all. I gotta go cook. I ain't gonna say nothing more. But don't move, okay? We are just gonna switch over to our next set. If we feel it, we might just talk about it for a little bit. This is too much. Oh my gosh. All right, stay tuned, okay? Honestly, I always enjoy cooking. I mean, what about you? No, you don't like cooking? Well, I'm hoping to change all of that for you.
I'm trying to tell you. So
I'm hoping to change all that. But for those of you that really want to be turned like a vegetarian, what nice little dish can I make being a vegetarian? So actually, in Jamaica, cabbage is like a very a very important part of our dish,
Wow.
Normally, if you go to any Jamaican restaurant, they sell cabbage. And then we have carrots. Carrots is good for your eyes. I don't know what cabbage is good for. Good for eating.
Your blood.
Your blood. Yeah, it's good for your blood. Wow, that's good. Hey. So we're gonna do some cabbage. We have carrots,
Which is good for the vision.
we got onions.
Which is also good for the vision.
Good for the vision.
Yes,
as
it
well.
is.
Wow, that's good. It makes you cry though if you don't cut it.
But it's good for your eyes, though.
It is,
Yeah.
right? That's all. And then, oh my God, I love the way it smells. Smell that.
Time.
Time just got a very beautiful smell. I mean, time just smells so good. Literally, it just smells so good. So, and then of course we got the sweet pepper and we have some pear. This is the one time I get to talk Jamaican. Is that all right? Hey, don't know. All right.
So some people who think that's a pear, in Jamaican culture it's a pear.
Actually, you're right.
But in American it's an avocado.
When I come here, there's avocado. I'm like, avocado? What is avocado?
That's an avocado.
So I was like, I don't know where they get that name from. So these are basically what I have here is just what we use at home, which is kind of island vegetables and stuff like that. So anyway, we have onions. A lot of people use onions and things like that. So for the famous prophetess here, Sandra, you do all the wonderful cooking. So we are going to just do, so I want you to start us off. So what we're going to do, we're going to start running the pot with some butter. Hey, go ahead, put some butter in there. All right, is that too hot? Ooh, baby. Here, come on. So rub it around. So I'm going to do this, going to turn this down a little bit to look like it was just a little bit too high. Yeah. And right here, as you can see, we have some nice, season that we're going to put on it. That's like some all-purpose season, some like Larry seasoned salt, some crushed pepper, as well. So we're going to fix it up, because normally when people do vegetable, they don't really
put no seasoning
in it. But Jamaicans, we love kind of look of seasoning in our dish, so that's really really important. Yeah, flavor up the pot, right? Flavor up the pot. Yes, sir. All right. So I'll tell you what. Let's get the pot going. Let's get the pot going. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do right now, I'm going to scrape these. All right. And then in the meantime, what I want to cut off the edges of these onions. All right. So any knife work for you. Whichever one of them knife you want to use.
Thank you.
All right. Got it. Mess up the table. So there is no actual way. Any one of these I want to put in the pot first. Normally, butter can't go back up. Normally, if you want to put the carrot in the pot first, you can put the carrot in the pot, all right? But normally what I do, I scrape the carrot. Some people say, hey, you don't need to scrape the carrot. I like to scrape the carrot. You know why? Because sometimes they spray stuff on these carrots to kind of keep the rodents off, all right? So we don't want to really, just have anything in our pot. So what I normally do is just, if you can see how I kind of cut the carrots on an angle, when I cut the carrots on an angle, it's pretty much cut them on an angle, yeah. All right, so one way to cut that. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna cut it long way like that. Yeah. I like working with big knife instead of the small knife. It kind of make the job, get done quicker. Yeah. So you say you don't really do much cooking.
I do cooking.
But you like the you do any vegetable cooking?
Yes, we do. Haitians have a famous dish called legume.
Legume?
With
What is it? A lot of vegetables?
A lot of vegetables.
Oh my gosh! Wow. That looks really good. So normally you can put one. If you want, you can put one carrot, or you can put more than one carrot in it. It depends if you're a carrot lover or not, So pretty much I just kind of cut them like, what are these, like a diamond cut?
Diamond.
Like a diamond cut angle?
Oval shape.
Like an oval shape. Mm-hmm. So alright, so finish cut up those onions. You know what, cut them up? Yeah. So what you want to do, just literally just turn them over like this. Mm-hmm. Make sure you just tuck your finger in like this so that you don't. Look on that. Yes, sir. What? Yo, I love a knife there. A knife your bad. A knife your bad. A back foot. A knife your right. Alright, so when you get a chance, put that in another pot. Alright. Yeah. So, hey, I want you to try this. So make sure you put some onion. I got some green pepper. So make sure you also put some green pepper. Cut up the green pepper. Just the way we just did a while ago. Let's cut up the green pepper. Yes. Now, I know some of them will say, once I start to cook, I start to talk Jamaican, so I need to really slow down the phone and see. But hey, Prophetess, I want to thank you for helping me to launch this show. This was like always a desire of mine, to do. Watch, we got some green pepper, this right here, so we have some red pepper or orange pepper. But normally it's red pepper. Put all of these peppers in the pot. All right.
It smells so good.
All right, story. Give it a little story. It's kind of burning. Smells so good. It's coming along.
Yes.
My gosh, I tell you. Here, I want you to do. Put some of these in there. Like you're gonna break off the stems and then just drop it in the pot. All right. And so we're gonna also put that. What is that we're putting in here? Thyme. And thyme is what makes the pot taste so. Just give it a beautiful flavor. Yes,
color
man.
too.
A good color? Yeah, make the pot pretty. Hey, don't know. All right. And so we're gonna drop a couple pieces of these guys in there. Drop a couple of these guys. How you calling me again? All right.
I didn't know that they put broccoli inside.
Yeah, I mean, you actually, broccoli can go into any mixed dish, that you're doing and stuff like that.
You know what broccoli is also good for?
Yeah.
For people that's anemic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So hey, if you're anemic, get some broccoli in your blood system. You know what I mean? Make your blood warm.
Yeah.
Definitely make your blood warm. So you definitely want to do that. No, actually, I don't know the name of this. This is kind of embarrassing.
I don't know.
I don't even know. But what I remember this is that you ever go to the store and you get it in your food and it be so good. I'd be like, wow, I'm not a lover of it, but it's all right. Give me a couple slices of this. Yes, the pata roast. So when you're doing if you're a vegetarian and you're really trying to cut off the meat, you don't want to deal with too much of the meat business, this is kind of the way though. You just kind of just put all of these niceties in the pot. Get some onion, get some broccoli, get some thyme. Again, this is more, some of the stuff that I'm using here is what we use, in Jamaica, which is our dish. And so this is what we normally do, And then what I wanted to throw into the pot as well is some string beans. I'm telling you, this is really good. Because you throw some string beans. Yeah, let's drop it in there. What? Why? Lord Jesus, Shabbat. Look for it, man. You gotta go out with big things. Wow. Yes. So she got the string beans in the pot. So get some string beans from your restaurant as well. String beans is really good for you. All right. And it will just really give you a stomach full. Yeah. We got to get these vegetables
We sure do. Back in the system, healthy.
In the system, you know, the funniest thing, a lot of people is getting like heart attacks.
Yeah,
and
heart attacks,
all kind of stuff.
high blood pressure.
But what did it say in the Bible? Like, you know, in the beginning, you know, man wasn't eating meat.
No, they were eating a lot
You know, they're
of
eating a
vegetables.
lot of vegetables and things like that. So God wants us to go back to it. If we start going back to the vegetables, we're going to see a much, you know, different results with our health purposes. Switch over.
And you know what else I learned
Uh-huh.
too on this, learning that a lot of islands don't use the meat so much, but then they import a lot of their vegetables. That's why a lot of island folks, when you talk about
Wow.
Jamaica or Haiti or anywhere in
Yeah.
the West Indies,
Wow.
you're like, why are they so healthy and there's not that much disease?
Right,
It's
right.
because they're importing.
So knowing that, you know, going to a good Caribbean market, you can actually get any
Yes,
of
any
these
of these, that's true.
vegetables. So what the cabbage do though, like I said, put this over there. What I like with the cabbage is that the cabbage just really.
So good.
Oh my gosh, you're ready to eat that thing. Ah!
It's like in
Lord
my
Jesus,
nostrils.
what? It's coming up, man. It's coming up. I tell you, it's going good. Normally, when you're dealing with cabbage, you really don't have to put any water in the pot at all.
Oh, wow.
Because you know what? Actually, the cabbage make its own water.
I didn't know that.
So, a matter of fact, once we cover it, the actual cabbage is gonna make its own water.
So you don't even have to put.
No, you don't have to put nothing in there. But when you cut up the cabbage, you see how thin I cut it up? Just cut it up really, really thin. Once you cut it up really thin, then it's going to be really good. It's going to give a good spread to the pot. Now, there is, you know, if you want to do your cabbage, if you want to cut it up big, you can cut it up big as well. You know what I'm saying? It's your preference. But normally, I like to just dice it up really, really reasonable. All right? So when it's diced up really reasonable, then it just makes a big difference. All right, there we go. So get that a little stir in. All right. So it's almost coming together.
Yes, it is. Ooh, it smells so good.
Boy, I just love me some cabbage. I love me some nice, good mixed vegetables. All right. So what I have here, I have some like Larry's seasoned powder. You can put it. Normally what we do is we put like black pepper in the pot. The black pepper, oh my gosh, the black pepper just gives such a nice flavor. We have some crushed pepper here so as well. I just simply
give it a
just,
little
give it a little,
spice.
yeah, a little kick. Definitely want to do that. All right. Then we have some all-purpose like seasoned salt here. This will just kind of help to give it a little flavor. So normally with a pot this size, you know, it's really up to you, but you can do, you know, like half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, you know, of your season. So what you want to do, like once it starts to cook down, then you get a chance and an opportunity to actually taste it and make sure that you have enough seasoning in the pot. Yes, man. I tell you, it's a roast. So once you pretty much put all of your vegetables in the pot, now notice that, you know, I use butter, but you don't have to use the butter. You can actually use like the olive oil in the pot as well. All right, so you know, so whichever you think is more healthier for you. I mean, olive oil is a lot more healthier, of course. You know, it just depends on which. But what happens is that the butter.
You can only use olive oil because, you know, some people don't use olive oil, but they use vegetable oil.
Yeah, they use vegetable oil.
Corn oil.
Yeah, corn oil, you know, stuff like that. But you don't want to do that with the mixed vegetable.
That's true.
Butter give it a much better flavor. And not only that, but olive oil doesn't really give it a nice. Olive oil is very fresh, so you'd have to definitely put seasoning salt in it to get flavor out of it. But olive oil is more healthy. Now, if you notice here, you see how it's nice and burned? That's so important to actually get that nice and burned looking really good like that, you know? So that's why I say if you put like your some of your main vegetable before you actually put the cabbage, you actually get a much better, a real nice result out of it. That smells so good. I'm saying it just smells so right. So let's cover the pot. All right. So normally once you cover the pot, it's going to take about a good 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how crunchy. I don't know, how you like your vegetable here? Is it normally crunchy?
Yes.
You like it like a little
Crunchy, but
like
you can
crunchy. Actually, with me, I kind of like it a little soft.
I think I like it either way. It just depends on what type of dish.
Yeah. It really depends because sometimes when I go out, I like when it's crunchy. I like
when I go to the like any Jamaican restaurants, I love the cabbage to be soft.
Okay, like
so
really
when
soft.
Just
so
you can mix it with your rice.
It mix it up. Yeah, it's kind of so it just really depends on what occasion it is.
Yes, it is.
You understand? And sometimes how you actually feel. So normally, if you want, you could have it sit again for about 5 minutes. If you wanted to kind of overcook, you can actually just have it run for about 10 minutes. And that's
so it's a fast dish if you're
on
the go.
On the go.
Yeah.
And it's healthy.
Yes, it is.
It's healthy.
Yes,
you know.
It is.
So we'll be right back after we come back. We're going to eat some vegetables. All right. A minute, right?
Not another minute.
Woo! Good God Almighty. I'm telling you, man.
So he went from prophet to chef.
Prophet to chef.
Prophet to chef.
Actually, I had a couple restaurants.
Wow. I didn't know.
About 3 restaurants.
He had a couple of restaurants.
Hey, I've been cooking for years. Yeah, actually, I started to cook like when I was about 5.
Wow.
Literally, my mom came home and I cooked a big old pot of dumpling.
And now you can't even get girls to cook at 13.
You can't even get them to cook at 13. But I always love cooking and really enjoy, cooking. And so let's make it happen. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, this is... All right, so like I said, it will take about 5 minutes. All right, and you can wait longer if you desire to.
I just want the camera to see how beautiful
it's beautiful.
So
I mean, look at it. Look at the string bean.
I know, it's so
the string
nice.
bean and the carrot and this is like this guy here is like in the India family. What you call this family again?
Like the cucumber
like
family.
The cucumber family. So this is actually like a yellow cucumber.
Oh wow!
You understand? So what you want to do, you really want to
nice.
get that. I mean, just oh my gosh, this is some good stuff right here. All right, and we have the onion, we have everything. So we have thyme, everything. This is the Jamaican style. Don't forget. So taste it. Tell me how it tastes.
Oh, the cabbage is awesome. Yes, it is.
Now, again, do the process of the pot. If it tastes a little fresh and want to enhance it a little bit more, you can sprinkle a little salt on it. Normally, this is good for like persons that maybe dealing with like high blood pressure.
Yes.
Stuff like that, keep it fresh, but nevertheless, this is good.
Yes, it is.
Good.
Awesome.
And the broccoli, what about the broccoli? Taste the broccoli.
The carrot is crunchy.
So, that's vegetarian dish. This is really good.
To the show.
So, we're doing a toast to the show right now.
To Ricardo's Cooking.
Yeah.
The Island Shine.
No, you don't know. That's
new show on
DTV Praise, y'all.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune in, all right? This is good.
2017.
Have a wonderful day. God bless you.
Thank you for tuning in today on our Spotlight program with Prophet Ricardo McCollum. For more details, you can contact us by our information that is displayed on screen. And also, if you would like to be a special guest on our program, you can also email us or contact us by our information displayed on our screen. Don't forget to like us on social media.